of you say what I'm trying to do can't be done. I just gotta run. I'll keep on fighting my fears, though they may run deep. I'll keep on traveling this path, though it may be steep. And I'll keep on singing, I'll keep on singing. I'll keep on traveling this path, though it may be steep. I'll keep on fighting my fears, though they may run deep. And I'll keep on singing, I'll keep on singing. I'll keep on singing, I'll keep on singing. I'll keep on singing, I'll keep on singing.
Dark night, jaw tight, teeth clenched, soul not right, and eyes wide, heart pounds quick, breaths are the only sound, and gut check, suspect, train wreck is up in view, and this thing, this pain is gonna have it talking to you. Sleeping might be the perfect thing to do, and suddenly you're covered up with this 3 a.m. blue. Well, this isn't fair, and this isn't right. This can't be happening to me tonight. Well, it isn't, my friend. It's happening for you. Heavy sigh on your chest, and summer moon late June is high time. We're told the truth in words come, worlds fall, tears drop, and angels call to life. Times and memories rushing, rushing, rushing at you. Running might be the proper thing to do, but heaviness is forming all around you. Well, this isn't fair, and this isn't right. This can't be happening to me tonight. Well, it isn't, my friend. It's happening for you. For your highest good is what it's after. Lessons and blessings disguised as disasters to wake you and shake you, break and reshape you into something else entirely brand Brakes slam, steel ram, traffic jams, broken plans and loose lips, pink slips, short sales and doctor trips, and last dime, last in line, broken hearted valentines and white lies, morning cries, MRIs and flat lines. And yes, this is real, and yes, this is right, but no, this isn't happening to you tonight. Well, it isn't, my friend. Well, it isn't the end. You say your heart's been turned to stone. You say you wanna be left alone. You say love only made you weep and moan. Let me tell you something that you know in your bones. Love is the water that wears down the rock. Love is the water that wears down the rock. Love is the power that won't be stopped. Love is the water that wears down the rock. You say your soul's like a dry riverbed. Stop waiting for the water long ago. You said you better pray all night for the rain instead. Life comes like a tidal wave over your head. Love is the water that wears down the rock. Love is the water that wears down the rock. Love is the power that won't be stopped. Love is the water that wears down the rock. You say waiting for love takes too long. Dulls a sharp mind, weakens the strong. Well, you may be right, but you may be wrong. 'Cause love can make a mountain come tumbling down. Love is the water that wears down the rock. Love is the water that wears down the rock. Love is the power that won't be stopped. Love is the water that wears down the rock. The river washes over every woman and man, feet in the gravel and mud in your hands. Nothing can stand against love's command. Every boulder turns into a grain of sand. Love is the water that wears down the rock. Love is the water that wears down the rock. Love is the power that won't be stopped. Love is the water that wears down the rock. Love is the water that wears down the rock. Love is the water that wears down the rock. Love is the power that won't be stopped. Love is the water that wears down the rock.
Now I've been happy lately, thinking about the good things to come.
Good morning. Welcome to Unity Columbine Spiritual Center, where centered in God, we celebrate a world of harmony, peace, and abundance for all. Please stand and join us for our first joy song.
Good morning, friends. Let's sing. We have come together as a family. We have come here as we are. We have come with arms wide open. We have gathered here in love. Let's sing this. Spirit is in this. Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this. Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this. Spirit is in this place. Rave the roof with shouts of praise. Spirit's in this place. We sing in celebration. We sing with words of a prayer. We affirm all life as sacred. We declare that peace is here. Ooh. Spirit is in this. Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this. Spirit is in this place. Spirit, Spirit is in this. Spirit is in this place. Raise the roof with shouts of praise. Spirit's in this place. Can you feel it? I can feel it. Let's sing that again. Spirit is in this. Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this. Spirit is in this place. Oh, Spirit. Spirit is in this. Spirit is in this place. Raise the roof with shouts of praise. Spirit's in this place. Yeah, in this place.
Now is the joyful time in our service when we invite all of the kids and Annalisa and Jeannie to come up and tell us what they got going on down there.
Here come the kids. Here come the kids. We love you so. Here come the kids. Here come
Children
the kids.
coming.
Here come the kids. We love you.
Oh, hi guys. Oh, let's not touch. No hands in the bowls. In the bowl. Nope, no touching, no touching. Does anybody know what that bowl is for up here? Does anybody have any ideas? Anybody else? Any ideas of why there's this bowl?
Oh, forgot. I'm a forgetter.
Oh, you're a forgetter. Who else? Anybody? Today's a really beautiful service. It's the Burning Bowl ceremony, and we're going to do that downstairs. And I love that, knowing that what you guys are doing upstairs, we're doing downstairs. So families, you can talk about this when you come home and carry it through into the week. What are you releasing? And we'll be releasing, we won't be burning, we'll be dissolving downstairs. And we'll also be writing a letter as well. So that's what we'll be doing. It'll be a really special, beautiful morning. Is there anything else? Okay, you can bless us out, please.
start my day with love. When I start my day with love, that's what I get more of, is love. I start my day with love. When I start my day with love, that's what I get more of, is love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. I start my day with peace. When I start my day with peace, that's what I get more of, is peace. Yeah. I start my day with peace. When I start my day with peace, that's what I get more of, is peace. Yeah. Oh, peace, peace, peace. Peace, peace, peace. Peace, peace, peace. Peace, peace, peace. I start my day with joy. When I start my day with joy, everything I do is infused with joy. I start my day with joy. When I start my day with joy, everything I do is infused with joy. Oh, joy, joy, joy. Joy, 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 joy. Joy, joy, joy. Joy, joy, joy. Start my day with love. I start my day with love. When I start my day with love, that's what I get. You got it. I start my day with love. I start my day with peace. I start my day with a joy, and I feel the sweet release. Day with love. Start my day with peace. I start my day with joy, and I feel that sweet release. I start my day with love. I start my day with peace. I start my day with joy, and I feel that sweet release.
And so now we move into that time of sweet release as we settle ourselves into a time of prayer and meditation, starting with music from Laura Berman, and then led in prayer and meditation by our prayer chaplain, Helene Rose.
There is a garden where dreams come true, a beautiful garden where God's grace blooms. There is a garden where everything grows, a beautiful garden now where love is sown. And in this place of light and love, you can have anything you're dreaming of. There is a garden where dreams come true, a beautiful garden, that garden is you. There is a garden, oh, where dreams come true, a beautiful garden, oh, where God's grace blooms. Oh, there is a garden where everything grows, a beautiful garden where love is sown. And in this place of light and love, you can have anything you're dreaming of. There is a garden where dreams come true, a beautiful garden, the garden is you. A beautiful garden where God's grace blooms, a beautiful garden, that garden is you. And in this place of light and love, you can have anything you're dreaming of. There is a garden where dreams come true, a beautiful garden, the garden is you. God's grace blooms, this garden is you.
We step together into the space of sacred prayer, resting your eyes, your body, your breath. Beautiful, sweet, loving Spirit, thank you for this opportunity to flow with love, with peace, with joy, with all that is right now in this moment. We know that as the earth becomes still and the energy returns inward, we have this opportunity to turn inward too, to notice what no longer serves us, to see what we can release to the earth to be transformed. Each breath, each exhale is a release. We breathe deeply now, and as we exhale, we know anything in our way is released and held by the earth, by sweet spirit, by the infinite oneness that we all are. As we continue to walk our path, fully supported by earth and sky, we trust that we are releasing what is needed. We will bloom again. We will feel the infinite joy that we are meant to live. As we see each other, we look with eyes of kindness, patience, compassion, and understanding. We are walking in these human bodies as spirit. May we wrap everyone on our prayer list, in our prayer box, in the loving embrace of our breath. Everyone we care about, we know is hurting right now. We hold them in our hearts. We truly are walking each other home, and so it is. We can sit for a few moments in the silence.
No mud, no lotus. Haven't you noticed the patterns of the pain in your past? The things that broke you, they also woke you to the questions you needed to ask. The sleepless nights and the dizzying heights and the dreams, some of which came true. Tough breaks and heartaches and perfect mistakes created this version of you. And everything you go through grows you, grows you, and everything you go through grows you, exposes who you are. If it hurt, it made you softer. If it was hard, it fueled the hunger. If it touched you, your heart took hold. If it was simple, it made you wise. If it was sweet, it made you smile. Weaved an indelible impression on your soul. And your feet, they walked, and your lips, they talked, and your hands dug around for the proof. Every look, every book pictured in your mind that you took, well, it created this version of you. And everything you go through, well, it grows you. Grows you. And everything that you go through, well, it grows you. Exposes the roots of an endless summer, part-time, temporary lovers, and the swoon of a deep blue sky. And as the time blew, you planted and gathered your truth as it passed before your eyes. And the wound is where the light gets in, revealing the masterpiece that's just beneath your skin. And in the glow of your own light, with your petals open wide, you bloom right where you are. And everything you go through grows you. Grows you. Oh, everything you go through, well, it grows you. Exposes who you are. No mud, no lotus. Haven't you noticed the patterns of the pain in your past? The things that broke you, they also woke you to the questions you needed to ask.
Thanks, Laura. Love having you here. I think I'm on. So yesterday I came across this Peanuts comic strip, which I thought was pretty appropriate for today. Sorry I missed that easy fly ball manager. I thought I had it, but suddenly I remembered all the other times I missed. The past got in my eyes. How many of us do that? Yeah. We think about all the times we failed, or all the times we didn't live up to our own expectations, or all the times we messed up, and the past gets in our eyes. And what happens when the past is in our eyes, we can't see. We don't see opportunities, we don't see what's right in front of us, we don't see things that are ours, we don't see our good, because we're so bogged down with the past and the way things have been, and we get into this pattern of being that doesn't serve us. So it's a great comic strip for today, because today we're doing our burning bowl. I forgot to bring my envelope up here, but I don't need it just yet, but I'll take it anyway. Thank you, Brooke. We're going to be doing our burning bowl ceremony, where we get an opportunity to release. Take the past out of your eyes and move forward. It's a great way to be. It's a great way to live, to not hold on to things. We're not meant to hold on to things forever. There's a woman who carried 2 bags, one in each hand. They were very heavy bags. One held fear and one held regret. And she walked all over her whole life, always carrying these 2 heavy bags until finally she just couldn't do it any longer. And she decided to put them down. And when she put them down, she realized the world kept spinning, the roof didn't cave in, everything was okay. And she said, I don't have to keep holding those, do I? We can let go of these things that we carry around with us, the worry and the fear and the regret and all the stuff from the past and all the stuff we project onto the future, and just let it be. And our worlds are a lot lighter and a lot freer when we're able to do that. And it takes a bit of trust. It takes faith. It takes knowing that it's going to be okay. We don't have to hang on to worry and fear and regret. It's that scripture that all the worrying that we do, it does not add 1 second to our lives. But we spend worrying anyway. We're invited today to think about this year, 2025. What's going on in your life? What has been happening for you? What is your life showing you? And what would you like to let go of? We need to create space for 2026. We need to create space for our good to show up. Don't hold those heavy bags of fear and regret. It's a quote by Ernest Holmes. You have to lose your hate if you wish to find love. You have to let go of everything that is unkind if you wish to discover kindness. You have to surrender fear if you wish to discover faith. See, it's all happens in our consciousness first, and that's what this burning bowl is about. It's about letting go of the stuff in our consciousness first, because when we let go of it in our minds, in our consciousness, and we're not holding it, then we see the results. But it has to happen first in consciousness. Tomorrow is the last day of my 16-week class. I won't be there because I'm going to be on a plane. But it's been quite an undertaking, this 16-week class. And I know I keep talking about it because it's been so profound. And there's been so many lessons for me throughout these 16 weeks. It's twice a week, Monday and Friday. And this week, our last week, was about accountability. Because it really does all boil down to us. It boils down to me in my life. For you, it's you in your life. It all boils down to you. Are you taking responsibility for your own life? Are we accountable for what's showing up? Are we accountable for how we react or how we respond or the decisions we make? And if we're not, who is? Whose fault is if you are finding things repeating in your lives if it's not yours? And the more we want to just stay in that place of repeating stories over and over and over, those patterns, the more we're in a victimhood mentality. And you can stay there if it's serving you, if you're enjoying it. Anybody enjoying that? So one of my final assignments for this class was to reread all the journaling that I did. And so we were supposed to journal every day, morning and night. And I've never done that. I have never gone back and looked at my journals. I've been journaling for a lot of years, but I've never gone back and read them. But something interesting happens when you do go back. So I went back to September, I think 4th was when the class started. Every day, took a long time to read all these journal entries, but you start to see patterns. You start to see patterns of thought. You start to see things. I started to see, I'm not saying you, I started to see patterns. I started to see things that I could release. I started to see things that I didn't necessarily like. I also saw growth, which was awesome, and I saw revelations, and I saw new birth, new awareness, like I talked about on Christmas Eve. But when you look back, it's if you don't journal, it's hard to connect the dots sometimes. It was a very, I watched myself through my journals, a very slow process, because it was morning, night, every day. It was really interesting. I have some stuff to release. You know, every lesson, every value, every trait that we studied each of the 16 weeks, I thought, oh, I got this one. Not so. If we're breathing, we still have work to do. There's still more to do, and in this case, today, still more to release. So the final assignment after you read all your journal entries is to create a resume or an interview, or I'm going to do a 1-minute video this afternoon of why you should have the job of God. Justify it. Why should you think about if you were sitting in front of somebody and you were applying for this job of God. What would you say? There's some stuff to let go of when you go through this process. It's really fascinating. There's always more to release. Meister Eckhart says, God is not found in the soul by adding anything, but by a process of subtraction. And, replace that word God, if that doesn't work for you, with whatever works for you. Energy, force, the field, divine mind, whatever it is for you, spirit. The spiritual path is more about letting go than it is about adding onto. We need to let go. We were meant to live life abundantly. Abundance of joy, abundance of love, abundance of blessings, of peace, inner peace. But we can't possibly do that if we've got the past in our eyes, if we've got things going on. So there's always more to release. And sometimes I will speak for myself, I have felt like I have released the same thing every year to the Burning Bowl. Anybody ever feel like, well, I'm doing it again, releasing this thing again. And that's okay, because there are layers to some of these things that we're releasing. So let that be okay. If you're still feeling it, there's more to release. There's more to release. A tree, I love the analogy of a tree having to release its leaves. A tree in the summertime, in the springtime, the leaves collect the sunlight that gives energy to the tree to help it grow. And the tree, in return, gets watered and gives the water to the leaves. But when there's less water in the winter, they have to release their leaves because there's no reciprocal energy anymore. It has to, or the tree needs to do that to survive. So the leaves gently release, the tree gives them up so that it can survive. The same is true with us. Sometimes in some relationships that we have in our life, if they're not reciprocal, if there's not an exchange of energy and it's just one person giving all the energy, there has to be a give and receive. So that might be something also to think about releasing. We're not really letting go of people, but making a new agreement for the relationship. letting go of feeling depleted, letting go of feeling like you're always the one to give. And in some cases, relationships sometimes have their normal course, their life. So it's a great time to think about what you need to let go of. What is no longer serving you? There's a story about an old master who had his pupils, and at every meal they would sit around a wooden table, and each of them would have their bowls, and the bowls would get filled. But at this table was always an empty chair. And the empty chair had an empty bowl at it as well. And nobody wanted to ask the master, because he was very powerful but silent kind of person, why was this empty chair always there? Were we expecting a guest? Were we expecting someone else? Finally, a younger person came into the monastery and asked the master, why is there this empty chair? And he said, because that is for the self I have not yet released. There is always more to release, and we can release it if we don't feed it. But how many times do we continue to feed the stories that we tell ourselves, the poor me, the look what he did to me, look what she did, oh man, what he said. How many times do we keep replaying that and feeding that story? Is it serving you? We have an opportunity to let it go. There's another quote by John Lewis. You are a light. Never let anyone dampen or diminish your light. Release the need to hate, to harbor division, and the enticement of revenge. Release all bitterness. Hold only love, only peace in your heart, knowing that only goodness is real. Our emotions serve a purpose, and they're just to inform. And once they've informed us, we don't need to hold on to them any longer. There's another story of a Zen master and one of his students, Riku. And they were in this beautiful monastery, and a traveler came to visit. And the traveler had very harsh words for the monastery, for the monks, for the way they spent their days, the way they spent their time, the way they took care of the temple. He didn't have anything good to say, and the old master, Tenzu, offered him tea and just was very calm. And the traveler didn't want any tea, he didn't want anything, and he left in a huff. And young Riku, who was a student, was very angry. And he started being upset with the master. Why didn't you put this person in their place? They were making fun of our way of life. They were criticizing what we do here. And the master said, it's okay. It's okay. And so they went their separate ways for the day. Riku came back later that day, that evening, and said, I don't understand. I'm so angry at what this traveler was saying to us and the way they treated us, and it wasn't fair. And the master said, come with me. And they went into the garden, and old master Tenzu picked up a heavy stone and handed it to Riku. He said, I want you to hold this. And they just sat there in the silence. And pretty soon, Riku's arms were getting tired. And then his arms were starting to shake because the stone was very heavy. And finally, he couldn't take it any longer. And he said to his master, can I put the stone down? I can't hold this any longer. And the master said, yes, of course. I didn't tell you couldn't drop it. And he said, Riku was like, that relief, that sense of relief when you put down something that's heavy. And the old master said to him, this is what happens when you're holding on to anger. This is what happens when you're holding on to bitterness, or you're holding on to feelings of revenge, or feelings of any negative feelings. They become heavy in our heart. And we need to let them go. Don't we want a lighter life? Don't we want to have more joy and more abundance? It requires us to let go. Let go of whatever is holding you back, whatever past is in your eyes. It came to pass. It didn't come to stay. It says that many times in the Bible. So we're going to invite you now into a burning bowl ceremony. Does everyone have an envelope? You should have gotten one when you walked in. If you don't, please raise your hand so our ushers can make sure you have one. There's one over here. Everybody else have one? Make sure inside the envelope is a big piece of paper, folded up, and a tiny piece of paper like this. Okay? This is what you burn. This is what's going in the flame, not the big piece. If you put the big piece of paper in the fire, we're going to have smoke, and it's going to be a problem. Only this flash paper. Okay? Because you don't need to write a whole story of what you need to release. You may have lots of things to release, but it's symbolic. So, just write what you need to write. Okay, first thing, I want you to address the envelope to yourself. Everybody have a pen? Does anyone need a pen? There's quite a few people need pens. We've got some pens. Everybody's got their flash paper, no flash paper? Sometimes they're hidden, they're stuck to the inside of the envelope. Over here, Sandy. Okay, once you have your envelope addressed, and once you have written down what you want to release on your small piece of paper, we're going to put it into the flame. It's going to go up in smoke like a flash, in a flash. It doesn't always happen that way in our consciousness, so don't think you're doing something wrong. Sometimes it's a process. Okay, and then once you have done that, you can start writing your letter. So the big piece of paper is for you to write a letter. Date it December 2026. And then you're going to write dear and your name. Your name. It's a letter to you. You can have it be from you, from your higher self, from spirit, from God, from whoever you want it to be from, but it's dated a year from now, because you are going to talk about in your letter all the great things that you manifested in 2026. You're setting an intention for this next year. And you're going to write the letter as if it's already happened. I would encourage you to try to do the letter today. Some people say they'll bring it back, and a lot of times they don't bring it back. Or what happened to me last year is I left it on the chair. Somebody put it in the stack. I never wrote the letter. Anne licked it in December and mailed it to me, and I had a blank letter. I think somebody on staff said, well, look, you just were open to all possibilities. Yeah, I would have liked to have had a letter. I didn't remember that. Okay, is everybody clear on what we're doing? Any questions? So, we invite you to reflect. What's not serving you? You don't need your wife, your spouse or your partner or your friend to tell you what's not serving you. This is between you and you. Okay? All right. Well, feel free to come up to the flame once I light it and throw your flash paper in there when you're ready. Oh, that was a little more than last.
There was a time in my life I thought I had to do it all for myself. I didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. Didn't know the love of God was at hand. But now I can say, if you are discouraged, just trying to make it through another day, you've got to let it go, let it all go. And this is what you have to say: I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. In my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God.
Yay, Laura. Thank you so much. So you'll take all of your letters with you, and at the end of the service, the greeters will have the baskets, and you can place the envelope in the basket, and they'll mail them to you at the end of the year. And you'll get it, and you'll be like, oh my gosh, look at how I manifested everything that I put in my letter, and it's really cool. Anyway, now is the time in our service when we get to the announcements and the offering and all the fun stuff. So, not that what we just did wasn't fun, because it was. But let's all say our purpose statement together. We commit to increasing our spiritual awareness, diversifying our community, manifesting our highest potential, and positively impacting the world. And isn't that cool that that's what we commit to doing, because that's what we do here at Columbine. And one of the ways that we do that is by taking generously your financial contributions. So we'll do that now, and let's say our offering blessing before the baskets get passed around. God's love has always met and will always meet all my needs. I give freely, I receive abundantly, and I am grateful. Okie dokes. So, our announcements today. First of all, turn around and say hello to all of our online viewers. Hi, online viewers, and to Hopeton and Augustus up in the booth. Hi, guys. So good to see you all. And thank you to all of our online viewers today. All right, next Sunday you don't want to miss either. It's another amazing ceremony. It's our White Stone ceremony, and it's your opportunity to really manifest this next year. And you'll just wait and see. So come next Sunday. It's at 9 and 11. The Belonging Project presents Beyond Small Talk. It's a potluck for fun and meaningful conversation. It's from 5 to 7 on Friday, January 16th. From 5 to 6 will be the potluck, and the kids and families, everybody's together. And then the kids will go downstairs from 6 to 7, and the adults stay upstairs, and we'll have some really meaningful, deep, spiritual, powerful conversation. So it's going to be really, really cool. So definitely come for that. Prosperity Plus 2 is happening again, and that is the best. So if you've not done Prosperity Plus, really, really, really think about signing up for this. It's every Thursday from 5:30 to 7:30. Starts, register online by January 14th. I'm not sure when it starts. Oh, there it is. It starts January 22nd. It changed my life completely. How many people in here have done Prosperity Plus? Look around you. I mean, wow. These are some pretty amazing people. So, do that. The office, whatever. Okay, the office is closed from December 29th through January 3rd. So, yeah, because it's New Year's and everything. And after service next Sunday, if you can please stick around and help us take down all of these beautiful decorations, because it's time to move on to the next season. That would be wonderful. And who are our prayer chaplains today? We've got Sue and Gretchen. Thank you so much. So Sue and Gretchen will be here after service to provide prayer support for anyone who needs that, and they are really very wonderful. Who is our ambassador today? Pedro is our ambassador, so if anyone has any questions about anything about Columbine or anything, please talk to Pedro after service. And now it is time. We will reprise what we just sang.
Stand if you are able.
Stand and turn and face
I
our
release
people.
and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm let the